everyone, thanks for watching. I picked up a new pair of pants last month. I was just shopping around. I was actually trying to get another pair of 511 Apex pants, but they're always out of stock in my size of 34. I seen these pants scroll across my newsfeed on SSD, so I said, why the hell not? They're about comparably priced to just about any other pant that I normally pick up. So I picked them up, and I've actually been really pleasantly surprised. So this is going to be my review of the Tactical Distributors Logan pants. As with keeping with some of the format I've kind of come to use on some of my other videos, just bottom line up front, I really like these pants. They have their pros and their cons. It's really up to you whether or not the pros outweigh the cons and whether or not you kind of want to pick up a pair. Anytime I'm looking for clothes, whether it's t-shirts, shoes, hats, it doesn't really matter. I'm kind of looking for a couple different categories, and that's even, I kind of even look at that with assault packs or 3-day bags, 24-hour bags. I'm always looking for sizing, fit, appearance, and functionality. I like my clothes to fit a certain way. I'm kind of picky about that. I like them to sort of appear a certain way, and I need them to have a certain amount of functionality for me specifically. The Logan pants kind of has a really nice hybrid blend with all of those, so without any further ado, let's jump into my pants and see what's going on. Sizing and fit. I wear a 34 in just about every type of pants. I normally get them just a little bit big just to accommodate my everyday carry stuff. So I got these 34 and 32, same as every other pant I get. They're a little bit on the loose side, which is perfect for me, just the way I order them. They fit super nice. They definitely fit a little bit on the looser side, and I'll move this camera up and down as we kind of go so you guys kind of get a better shot of them. Overall, keep the size that you guys normally order. Fit-wise, they're on the looser side. They're not overly loose where it kind of looks like you're walking around with MC Hammer pants. Definitely not as athletic cut if you're familiar with the 511 Apex. Just a little bit more on the looser side, but nonetheless extremely comfortable all the way around. Now, as for general appearance, one thing that I really do like about these pants is, I don't know, maybe the Army ruined me a little bit, but I don't like unsightly bulges or really carrying any of my stuff on me in a manner that makes big gigantic bulges in my pockets, or it's going to kind of poke me in the leg. So these pants actually lend themselves extremely good to that. What we have here on the side, we have a little open pocket. This is a completely unsecure pocket, but that's okay if you're on a range. You can take a 15-round magazine, whichever type of gun you're using, double stack, single stack. The magazine disappears pretty well. Still easily retrievable. Same thing, the exact same pocket on the left side. You can stow a magazine. I normally stick a cell phone in here when I'm just kind of out and about. There's a little lip here, so your cell phone is relatively secure. I wouldn't worry about it too much falling out. Same pockets lend themselves pretty well to a 30-round AR mag, AK mag, all the same, but will definitely sit in there and disappear pretty well. In particular for range use, I wouldn't be walking around with these for duty use with just an AR mag in my pocket. That's just me. What they did for the cargo pockets is kind of interesting. So here on the side, we have a zippered compartment right here. They're not incredibly big. I got pretty big hands. It's about roughly the size of my palm. You can definitely throw in some car keys in here, this, that, or that, and it'll actually take whatever you're putting in here, and I would say it does a pretty good job of keeping it close to your body without making a big bulge. On the side of the cargo pocket, we have another zipper that runs vertical, and I really haven't used these pockets too much. They would definitely lend themselves pretty well if you were sitting down and you needed access to something from the seated position. Both these pockets are actually, while they're in the same location, there is material that separates both of them, so you actually have 1, 2, 3 pockets in the exact same place. And in lieu of that, the pants still lend themselves pretty well to not actually having an excessive bulk material right here. So what they managed to do really is put 3 pockets in one spot, and all the while still having a very flat, uniform type appearance where it doesn't look really excess or ragged. So I really appreciate that. Moving along, both sides, left and right, they both have a gusseted kind of reinforced spot right here if you're going to run a blade. So that's pretty nice. Double stitched all the way around, gusseted, reinforced if you are going to carry a blade. A zipper, kind of small thing, but definitely appreciated. Zipper pull tab's pretty big. I've been carrying an appendix since I think maybe around like late 2010 or so. Some of my other pants have a smaller zipper, and you kind of have to fish in here, and well, you know what I'm talking about. It has a nice big pull tab. Get your zipper out. Now, one thing I'm not too crazy about, and I actually haven't run into a problem yet, is the pants itself are put together by a button enclosure. Now, I have a pair of North Face shorts that I kind of just bum around the house in, and well, those North Face shorts kind of make me feel like a fat guy. Sometimes if I go and I pick something up that's kind of bulky or I'm moving around awkward, the button will come undone. Hasn't really been the case with these pants. Now, granted, I do wear a belt every time I leave the house or every time I'm wearing pants, so I haven't run into a problem with these buttons yet. You can definitely hear it's a nice, secure, and audible type snap when you put them together, so I wouldn't worry too much about that, especially if you're wearing a belt, but it's just something that's worth noting. Moving along to the back, the right pocket is zippered. So you put your wallet in here. You certainly don't have to worry about something falling out. The left side has a little lip right here. I'm sure it's kind of hard to see. Left side's unzippered, right side is zippered. These pants do feature what they say it has an articulated knee. I mean, that's great. What I've kind of found is the pants are loose enough where it really doesn't matter. You have complete flexibility, mobility, however flexible or agile you are, the pants aren't going to hinder your movement at all. Another thing that I do kind of like about them, and it's kind of picky, but the way your pants fall over your shoe, I kind of get picky about that. I really hate skinny jeans and the way skinny jeans look when you kind of rocking around with shoes like this. The pants are, I'd say they're more boot cut than anything, so when you are walking along, the bottom pant leg is going to fall over your shoe relatively nicely. And that's just kind of something, that's just a personal preference of mine. I hate skinny jeans. I think they look retarded. So this is this kind of something that it's a plus for me. So the pants do fall over on your shoe pretty nice. As far as colors are concerned, this is the second pair of pants I've picked up from Tactical Distributors. This color is called their Dark Earth. They had another color that they have in gray. I'm not a big fan of the gray color. And when I ordered the Dark Earth, I was kind of assuming that these were going to kind of come in a more of a flat dark earth type color. They're not quite as light as flat dark earth. They're more kind of keeping in line with a mud color, but nonetheless I was pleasantly surprised because I actually like this color a whole lot better than any flat dark earth that I've actually ever seen. If I were to have to pick some cons to the pants, the only thing I can really come up with, one is that button enclosure. I don't know how well that's going to lend itself over for longevity. And then two is the fabric. These pants are a 90-10 poly spandex blend. The interesting thing about polyester is I've heard that polyester is non-breathable unless it's treated correctly. And so far I've kind of had these pants, and I'm up in Washington State, so I've had these pants in it like old Washington. It's been stupid cold lately, and then in the past 2 weeks it's shot up to the 80s. I haven't had any breathability problems in lieu of the fact a lot of people say polyester is non-breathable. The other thing worth kind of noting about polyester is that it said unless it's chemically treated correctly, that they do not lend themselves very well. If, say, a hot amber were to fall in your pants, it might melt. I've got tons of hot brass that landed on the pant or got stuck in a crease here and there, and I haven't had any problems. I don't know if these are chemically treated, but I also certainly don't intend on fighting forest fires with them, so it's just something worth noting. Polyester, it's said that when it does actually ignite, it's a little harder to ignite, but when it does, it typically melts and drips, which definitely could pose I guess a worse of a skin burn rather than cotton, something that'll burn and actually just simply fall off. I don't know what would happen with these. I haven't set my pants on fire. I don't intend to, but it's something definitely worth noting. All in all, price point on these things is comparable to any other pant that you'd find in a similar category. They're about $70 or $75. They're super comfortable. The fabric is extremely comfortable. It almost feels like more of a heavy-duty silk, so they're extremely comfortable pants. I've actually really come to love these pants, and that's going to be about it for me. Thank you guys for watching.